So, here I have all the pieces nicely sorted, and there should be 92 of them total, I think. 24 corner centers, 24 edge centers, 24 side edges, 12 regular edges, and 8 corners, and then the 1 core. You don't have to sort them like this if you want to. You could sort them by color also. Usually, I just leave them in a pile of mess, but that takes twice as long. So if you did do this step, simplifies things a bit for you. And now we can move on to actual assembly. Alright, so now find your red side. There it is. And we're going to start the assembly. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. Make sure you've got half an hour to 45 minutes set aside for this. Maybe less than that, but make sure you get a good chunk of time to do this. So, first thing you want to do is find the red, let's see, I believe we start with the regular edges. So here's your red side, and let's make the bottom yellow. Find your red, yellow edge. Should look like this. It's one of the bigger edges. And what you want to do, just like if you had a 3x3, you sort of want to slide it in place. Now this notch here, it's down there, you want to hook that in the centers. So you can take it, and you see this little layer here, you should be able to slide it in between there. Like that. Just this one notch. There's like one part that goes in, not that, the lowest knob sticking out. Should hook in place, and you'll have the red center turn 45 degrees, then turn it so it locks in with the yellow. Not too hard. Got it in place, just like a 3x3. Now that you've got that, make yellow your bottom, and it should be able to balance at this point, so you got it standing up nice. Sorry for the bad lighting here. So, now, let me just turn the camera. Alright. So there's that center, and what you want to do is find the center edge that goes in this little spot right here. There's that. It's one of the smaller centerpieces. Pretty tiny. Smallest piece here, I think. And what you do is you just carefully slide it in place. Not very hard. You want the tab. I'll find another one. This tab right here, the tab should be closer, like right here, pointing towards the center. Whatever side the tab is on is touching the center. So once you get that in place, you should have 3 stacked up like that. And the next thing you want to do is, again, make sure it's balanced nicely. Take the red side edges and make sure it's got yellow on it too. So the 2 red edges that have red and yellow. Here's one, it's a smaller edge. Let's see, where's the other one? There we go. Take those 2 and again, see how it's got this tab, this thing sticking out here? That should be touching the edge. So this whole tab on the side is leaning against the edge. So in this case, turn it so you got yellow facing you, red facing you, yellow is down, and then whichever side the tab is on is the one touching the edge. So we'll just bring this around here, and it sort of just slides in next to that one. You don't have to apply any pressure, it should just sit there. And then do the same thing with the other one. Again, tab facing inward. Just slides in place and sort of sits there. So that's perfect. Next thing you want to do, let me think, sometimes I get the order messed up. I believe at this point you'll want to get the corner centers. Take a red corner center, it's the one that's got the tab sticking out. Just like most of the pieces here, actually I think all of them, yeah, all of them, the tab, whichever side the tab is on, So you're pointing towards the center. It's usually pointing towards the center of something. So this one, just sort of slide it in from the side. Like that. So it sits there. Find another one. Doesn't matter which center exactly. And slide it in place. That is bad if it falls over. Don't do that. I'm bad angle here. So that might happen a few times. Yeah, try to get some way to steady it. If you can, you're lucky because you can sort of use two hands. There we go. Slide it in place. Don't let it fall over. Mine's about to. And find the red, yellow corners. Two of them. Let's see. There's mine. Okay, I've got green on this side here. You should too. Over here on the left, you want to make it so that red is up, yellow is down, green is on the left. So support the other side so it can't fall. And we'll take this corner. Of course, the tab's pointing towards the center. And that nook in between the two centers, slide it in there carefully. And then don't let it do what I just did. There we go. Okay, yeah. It's a little tricky to keep things held together at this point. Should hook in there pretty nicely, and you can see the edge of the outer sphere. I can tell you there will be two spheres in the center. Do the same with the other one. This could be tricky. Okay, red facing you, yellow down, blue to the right. Unless you put your stickers on, all the sides should be the same as mine. Well, that completely fell apart. There's that. My other corner sort of fell over. But it should be okay looking at this point. So you got that nice little pyramid. Pretty important that you do it in this order. I think you can do it in some other orders if you want to. This is the one I'm used to. So now take the red, green edges. There should be two of them. This one here happens to be the wrong one. Because if I make it so that the tab is pointing towards the center, it would mean green would have to be front. That one's wrong, but you'll need it later. This other one, tab's facing the right way, right here. So this is right, this one's wrong. Tab facing up, red front. And just set it in place. Those edges are pretty easy. Now let's get the other one, the blue side. Find that piece. Make sure that tab's near the center, central edge, closer to the core. There we go. So we've got two layers in the center complete. Now you want to take some side centers, slide them in place, like that. I'm probably going to have to make this video in two parts, hope it doesn't get cut off. Here's another one. Drop it in place. In fact, I am running out of time. That sucks. This is probably going to be in part 2, actually. So by the time you're watching this, you already know there are 2 parts. I'll just continue anyway. Now let's take a red-green edge, regular edge. Go over and find that now. Here's mine. This edge, one of the bulkier ones. And you should be able to... This one, actually, let's think. Yeah, this part's a bit tricky. I don't think you can just push it in there. Oh, you might be able to. I'm not going to try that. What you want to do is turn this center up 45 degrees. Okay? Not completely 45 degrees, but get it up there. That'll make it easier to slide this in place. Remember, only that first tab has to go in. So, okay, my pieces are falling apart here. Only that first tab has to go in. You've got like 2, 3 tabs there. Just worry about the first one. If you try to pop it in too far, it won't work. Now you can really see the 2 spheres if you look at it from the top. So now do the same thing with the other red-blue edge. Where is that? Here we go. Flip it around, pop it in place. Same way. Up 45 degrees. Goes right in there. There goes my stupid center. You know what? I'm going to put that in afterwards. Because I think you can. My whole cube is falling apart right now. There we go. Now let's take the center. If it fell out, all you do is slide it back in. Pretty easy. Maybe it would have been easier to do that in a different order anyway.